Whether it creeps into politics, marketing, or simple profiling, the nature of surveillance as totality has been affirmed by certain events this decade. The Edward Snowden disclosures of 2013 demonstrated the complicity and collusion between Silicon Valley and the technological stewards of the national security state. It took the election of Donald J. Trump in 2016 to move the issue of social media profiling, sharing and targeting of information to another level. Not only could companies such as Facebook monetize their user base, those details could, in turn, be plundered, mined and exploited for political purpose. As a social phenomenon, Facebook could not help but become a juggernaut inimical to the private sphere it has so comprehensively colonized. Facebook in particular, claimed WikiLeaks' Julian Assange in May 2011, is the most appalling spy machine that has ever been invented. It furnished the world's most comprehensive database about people, their relationships, their names, their addresses, their locations, their communications with each other, and their relatives, all sitting within the United States, all accessible to U.S. intelligence. Now, the unsurprising role played by Cambridge Analytica with its Facebook accessory to politicize and monetize data reveals the tenuous ground notions of privacy rest upon. Outrage and uproar has been registered, much of it to do with a simple fact: data was used to manipulate, massage and deliver a result to Trump, or so goes the presumption. An instructive lesson here would be to run the counterfactual. Had Hillary Clinton won, would this seething discontent be quite so enthusiastic? Be that as it may, the spoliations of Cambridge Analytica are embedded in a broader undertaking, the evisceration of privacy, and the generation of user profiles gathered through modern humanity's most remarkable surveillance machine. The clincher here is the link with Facebook, though the company insists that it received data from a contractor, which we deleted after Facebook told us the contractor had breached their terms of service. Both Facebook and Cambridge Analytica have attempted to isolate and distance that particular contractor, a certain Alexander Kogan, the Cambridge University researcher whose personality quiz app, Thesis Your Digital Life, farmed the personal data of some 50 million users who were then micro-targeted for reasons of political advertising. The sinister genius behind this was the ballooning from the initial downloads, some 270,000 people, who exchanged personal data on their friends including their likes, for personality predictions. A broader data set of profiles were thereby created and quarried. Kogan claims to have been approached by Cambridge Analytica, rather than the other way around, regarding terms of usage of Facebook data. He was also reassured that the scheme was legal, being commercial in nature and typical of the way tens of thousands of apps were using social media data, but it took Cambridge Analytica's whistleblower, Christopher Wiley, to reveal that data obtained via Kogan's app was, in fact, used for micro-targeting the U.S. electorate in breach of privacy protocols. Mark Zuckerberg's response has entailed vigorous hand-washing. In 2015, he claims that Facebook had learned that Cambridge Analytica shared data from Kogan's app. It is against our policies for developers to share data without other people's consent, so we immediately banned Kogan's app from our platform. Certifications were duly provided that such data had been deleted, though the crew at Facebook evidently took these at unverified face value. Not so, as matters transpired, leading to the claim that trust had not only been breached between Facebook, Kogan and Cambridge Analytica, but with the users themselves. Facebook, for its part, has been modestly contrite. "We have a responsibility to protect your data," went Zuckerberg in a statement, "and if we can't, then we don't deserve to serve you." His posted statement attempts to water down the fuss. Data protections, most of them, at least, were already being put in place. He described the limitations placed on the accessing of user information by data apps connected to Facebook friends. The network sphere, as it is termed in with jargon-heavy fondness by some academics, has seen the accumulation of data all set and read for the information civilization. Google's chief economist Hal Varian has been singled out for special interest, keen on what he terms, in truly benign fashion, computer-mediated transactions. These entail data extraction and analysis, various new contractual forms arising from better monitoring, personalization and customization, and continuous experiments. Such are the vagaries of the information age. As a user of such freely provided services, users are before a naked confessional, conceding and surrendering identities to third parties with Faustian knees. This surrender has its invidious byproducts, supplying intelligence and security services accessible data. Cambridge Analytica, for its part, sets itself up as an apotheosis of the information civilization, a benevolent, professionally driven information hitman. "Data drives all we do," it boldly states to potential clients. Cambridge Analytica uses data to change one's behavior. This sounds rather different to the company's stance on Saturday, when it claimed that advertising is not coercive, people are smarter than that. With cold show insistence, it insisted that this isn't a spy movie. Two services are